What's up? It's been a while since I have done a vlog or just, recorded anything, a short or whatnot. I have been taking a lot of time to myself because just, life is crazy right now. But from what you read in the thumbnail, yep, that's what you read. So let's talk a little bit. I didn't want the month to go by, and by the month I mean October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I didn't want it to go by without at least, like just sharing this, just because I'm confident it is going to motivate, inspire, encourage somebody out there. Because it's so funny, like sometimes I'm like, why do I even record my videos? Do people even care? Do people even watch? And yes, people do watch, but because not everybody that watches reaches out to me and sends me emails and whatnot, I don't know what impact I'm making. So there are people that run in my circle, and they have come up to me and said, oh my God, I just watched your video on X, Y, and Z, and oh my God, it made me laugh so much. And every time I watch your videos, you make me laugh. I watch your videos and I learn something and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. My videos are making an impact, which is nice. So I've had a few people in the past few months that have come up to me and have shared that. So I was like, you know what? Let's post. Now, I might not be posting as regularly as I used to because life is just really crazy right now. But I figured, if there is a journey to share, this might be a good one, right? This might be a good one. So, yes, join me on this journey. I guess let's start from the beginning. My hair a hot mess. Okay, you see, I have a pin that's literally, I don't know if you can see it. It's just, you see the pin? It's just sticking out. It's not even doing nothing, but I'm not gonna take it out because I don't want to lose it. That's a good pin, okay? Hebilla, pincho, whatever you want to call it. So I had a baby, and you're like, yeah, a while ago. So I had a baby, and she is gorgeous, funny, cute, amazing. She is 9 months now, and she's a gift. And so with all of the craziness of having the baby, you can't really go to certain appointments because you're uber pregnant. And so I am usually very much on top of my health in regards to going to all of my appointments. And I usually do like my mammograms and my ultrasounds and all that stuff. I do them around November, December at the end of the year. That's like my holiday gift to myself. Weird gift, but it's a gift. So I do it. And so not November, December of 2023, I could not do my yearly visits because I was uber pregnant. Couldn't do it. So whatever. So I had the baby in January, and then I went to my last what is it called? Obstetric, I guess, appointment. And that was in March. And my doctor, absolutely love her. Find yourself a doctor that is as proactive as mine. And it was my last obstetric appointment. And she was like, you know what? We're just going to kill two birds with one stone. This is your last OBGYN appointment as for pregnancy, but we're also going to do your annual at the same time. So I was like, whatever. So she did the whole breast exam, and she did the pap smear and the whatnot, and wrote me my scripts for my mammogram and my ultrasound. She was like, you're all done. And I'm glad she did that, because had she not done that, with the craziness of having a new baby in the house, I probably would have waited until November, December, quite possibly January, to go do my annual OBGYN, which is where I would get my script. So I probably would have waited a whole other 12 months before having another mammogram ultrasound. So the fact that she did it in March, I was like, you know what? Let me get it done. But even still, with her doing it in March, life was still crazy. And I did not get around to doing my mammograms and ultrasound until July. Okay, so that's March, April, May, June. So 5 months later. But I did it, okay? So I did my appointment in July, and when I get there, everything is fine. I do mammo and ultrasound because I got me some dense titties, y'all, okay? So they did both, and I went home. It was fine. And not gonna lie, every time I go to these appointments, I'm always like like cringeworthy, like, are they gonna find something? Because they always find something with me. 2 years ago, they found new cysts. Okay. 9 years ago, fibroadenoma and cysts. So there's always a little something that they find, but it's always been benign. I rhyme, y'all. They always something that they find, and it's always benign. Not this time. I did it again. I did it again. Yo, my brain is crazy right now. So, I really hope this vlog is not long, but I haven't really talked about this, so doing this video, I guess, is a bit therapeutic. So if you watch it till the end, good for you. If you don't, whatever, good for me, because it's just me talking. So I did my July appointment, and it was fine. And then, you know, you get the call. Hey, we need to run some additional imaging. And I was like, ay, Dios, why? So I was like, okay. They were like, we have to do it on the left breast. I was like, okay. So I had to call my doctor and get another script just for the one breast to do additional imaging. So sent the letter through my portal, got the scripts like a day or two later, called back the imaging center. And mind you, this is in July, but now school and the craziness of school, you know, shopping and the kids this and kids that, could not get an appointment in August. September, I could not get an appointment because now these appointments, you have to do it Monday through Friday because it has to be done when a radiologist is present, a doctor, so that they can read the results like immediately. So I was like, oh, hi. So I didn't get an appointment until October 4th. So now I'm doing the waiting game from July all the way to October. Whatever. A lot's going on, so I'm being kept busy. So now it's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we go for this additional imaging. And when I'm standing in there waiting for the lady to put like the pieces into the mammogram machine to get ready, she's like, oh, you know what, this is October. Let me give you these pens and these stickers, and everything was pink and pretty. And for a moment I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that paraphernalia. I don't want that pink stuff. Okay? Are you trying to induct me into your sorority, ma'am? Are you trying to get me to join Beta Kappa Kappa? Because I don't want to be in Beta Kappa Kappa. You're like, what the hell is Beta Kappa Kappa? The BCC, the Breast Cancer Club. I don't want to be in that club. I'm not trying to sign up. Okay? Not trying to sign up. So I was a little hesitant to accept her breast cancer awareness gifts. But I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. So I took it, whatever, did my scans, and then went home, right? So they were like, okay, results should be in about like 4 days or something. So I did that, and I get the call. And they were like, we found something suspicious. And I'm like, ay, Jesus Santísimo. So now I have to schedule a biopsy. And I've done biopsies before. They suck, but whatever. So I was like, okay, so let's set it up. So now we set up the biopsy for 10 days later, October 14th. Excuse me, now my nose itching and bleeding. Okay. So now we go in on October 14th and they do the biopsy. It doesn't hurt. So if you've never done a biopsy, it doesn't hurt. The first time I did one, I almost bled out. A doctor done hit a blood vessel. But this time the doctor was real good. He was in and out. It did not hurt. So I'm in there. And again, you know, you see all the pink breast cancer awareness, you know. And I'm just like, do not induct me into Beta Kappa Kappa. We're not trying to be in that sorority, okay? The BCC is not for me, okay? I rhymed again, y'all, okay? So they do the biopsy, and he's like, okay, so the results should be in 3 to 4 days, which means I should get my results by like the 17th, whatever, end of the week. So now here we get to the end of the week. At this point, I get mad spam calls on my phone, and I'll just always like hang up on them. But now that I'm waiting for these phone calls, I'm answering every single number that I don't recognize because I'm like, well, maybe this is the doctor. Maybe this is the breast center. So I answered the phone, and I had picked up my kids from school. We were in the car, and he's like, hey, is this Mrs. Karen's? And I'm like, yeah, this is she. And I'm like preparing myself because I knew if they called me, it was because I was inducted into Beta Kappa Kappa. So he's like, yeah, we just got your results back, and it did come back positive, and I'm chill, I'm listening. And so my kids, are being kids, and I'm like, okay, I gotta pull over somewhere. So I pulled over into a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, and I got out of the car, and I'm talking to this doctor, and he's telling me, oh yeah, this is what we found, this is what it is. And so I had I think, I don't know if I'm safe to say this, because she hasn't made it public, but my sister had breast cancer as well. But with her, it was different. It was stage 0, which means it is IDCS or DCIS, ductal carcinoma in situ, which means that there are cancer cells, but they're solid. They haven't broken through a membrane. They're in one place, has not spread anywhere. We just have to cut it out, treat you, and you should be okay for the next 5 years. Take some type of medication and radiation and blah blah. So I'm asking the doctor, I'm like, oh, is it stage 0? And he's like, no, this is invasive. I said, okay. You hear the word invasive, you're like, aquí vamos. So he was like, no, this is invasive. He couldn't tell me the stage yet. He wouldn't say too much because there was still some testing that was pending. So he goes, the cells did break through the membrane. So it is invasive. Invasive to what extent? We don't know. We're still testing it. But you have, oh, I forgot the word. ID something. Invasive ductal carcinoma. IDC. So just hearing the word carcinoma and invasive, you're just like, welcome to the club, sis. Welcome to the club. I was like, okay. So, mind you, I'm in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. I'm not gonna sit there and cry. I'm in a parking lot, and my kids are in the car, right? Whatever. We go home. My son. It was a Thursday, so my son has his tutor that comes over and works with him, and again, there's just no time to process it because, get the kids home, get them to eat, do your homework. The tutor is coming, get ready, go take a shower. The dogs need food, pick up the poop, pick up the pee pad, the baby's crying, feed the baby, do this, do that. So really, didn't have the opportunity to just process. And so then my husband comes home and I'm like, I got breast cancer. It was kind of like, I just told him, and I love my husband so much. First thing he did was he just walked straight over and gave me the biggest hug ever. And that was nice, and of course, I start crying, but not allowing myself to like boohoo cry because I can't. I don't want my kids to see me boohoo crying in the house or the tutor, I'm just like, oh. So it is what it is. We let it go. Then the next day I got to go to work, and I really wanted to take a day off of work to just process the information that I had just gotten, but I couldn't because we were having an assembly at school, and guess who was in charge of the assembly? Esta su servidora, me. So I was in charge of making sure, the theater is open, and the IT is there, and the sound is on, and we're rehearsing in the morning, and the kids are blah, 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 blah. So I had to be at work, and I had to, good morning, everybody, how are you? Smile, and so I'm on the inside, I'm dying, and I want to cry, and I want to just crawl under a bed and hide. But I've got to be on a stage, and do a show. And so, I told my coworker, we work very closely together, and I said, listen, I just found this out. It hasn't even been 24 hours. If you see me a little off my game, if I start to say no to activities that are coming up within the next few weeks, it's because I'm sick, and this is what I have. And again, immediately, a hug. So I appreciated that. God, 15 minutes, and here I am. I'm like rambling. Whatever. This is my therapy. get through the show, we get home, and then the next day my daughter has basketball, and then we were going to the fall fair in my town. So again, there's like really no time to process. And then Sunday, I was like, I'm gonna go to church, and then I woke up and I'm like, screw church, I'm not going. I'm not going to church. I'm pissed, I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm frustrated. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what to expect. I've been sitting with cancer inside of my body for God knows how long. I'm not going to go to church. Not because I don't want to go praise the Lord, but because I don't want to be on. Hey, God bless you. How are you? And the smiles. And then they say, ¿Cómo estás? Te bendiga, hermana. En Victoria, en Victoria. I don't want to be that. I just want to be home. So I listened to a Stephen Furtick message in the morning, and then I logged into my church for our online service later in the morning, and that was my church experience for the day. And then, cleaned my house and just tried processing it. The next week after that, I met with my doctor. She's cool. Explained everything that was going on, what the next steps were going to be. So I guess I'll share that in another video to not make this one too long. But I left that meeting feeling good. Like, okay, I know where I'm standing right now. I don't know fully where I'm going, but I have a clearer idea. And so to kind of wrap this video up, when I had to kind of circle back to where I started, November of 2023, I'm diagnosed with preeclampsia. And I'm like, Lord, I got to get through this pregnancy. It was a real hard pregnancy. And I'm on medication. And as soon as I have the baby, my blood pressure is crazy high to the point where I left the hospital and had to be readmitted because my blood pressure was like 170 over 101. It was like, I was tight. My head was tight. It was just bad. So, I'm on magnesium drips. I'm on medication. So this coming November 2024 will be a year that I have been on high blood pressure medication, for hypertension. And I'm thinking after I had the baby, this is my biggest hurdle. Getting the blood pressure down, getting healthy, and I'm trying to eat right. I'm walking, which a lot of you are following me in my walking journey. I'm still walking, not walking as much. I'm still walking. And I'm going to start videotaping those again and just encourage you to walk with me. I'm thinking that's my biggest hurdle. And then in April, I find out that I have liver disease. And not just non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I have NASH, which is like the next level. So I got the non-alcoholic fatty liver, and my liver is also larger than what it should be. So now I'm concerned, and now I got to see a specialist for my liver. And I'm like, Lord, please let me be at a point where this is reversible. Okay, so now I'm dealing with hypertension, and God, I want to get off that medication. And now I'm dealing with my liver. God, don't let this be fibrosis. Don't let this turn into cirrhosis. God, I don't want a liver transplant. I'm going down this rabbit hole. And so I'm like, okay, the best thing I can do right now is just lose weight and exercise and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm starting to walk in May. So April, I find out that my liver is sick. And May is when I started walking. And I was at 223 pounds when I started that. Today, as I'm talking to you, I am 186 pounds. So I have come down a lot. And I'm really proud of myself. We're going to keep going. And so now I'm thinking, that's the biggest hurdle I got to deal with. I got the hypertension. I got the liver situation. And now I got cancer. So that's where we're at. If you're still watching 20 minutes into this, I want to encourage you to go do your mammograms and your ultrasounds. I am not the type of person that just forgets to do her appointments and doesn't want to go and is scared to go. Even if I'm a little apprehensive, I'm so busy, I don't have time for this. Oh my God, I got other things I got to do. I make the time. And in my case, it was caught early. It's a stage 1. It's an aggressive stage 1, but it's a stage 1 grade 2. And in another video, I'll explain exactly the biology of the cancer that is in my body. I'll explain it to you. But I found it. For those of you that are afraid, okay, I'm talking to you. For those of you that are afraid, just go. Go get your mammograms. Go get your ultrasounds. You got dense titties like me, okay? Okay? Go do what you got to do so that if there is something, they find it early. Because if you're afraid and you don't go, then you might not know. And you're like, oh my gosh, when you do go, it's like a stage 4. And you may ask, did you have symptoms? Absolutely not. I have 0 symptoms. No discharge, no inverted nipple, no like dimpling of the skin. Can't feel it. It's 6 millimeters. It's tiny. I can't feel it as much as I try. Can't feel that bad boy. There's no unexpected weight loss. My weight loss has been intentional. So I know exactly why I'm losing. And it's not an unexpected, why did I lose all this weight? No, there have been no symptoms. None at all. So had I not gone to the doctor in July, had I waited a whole other year, Lord knows. It's an aggressive cancer cells. Lord knows if I would have waited another year, maybe it wouldn't have been a stage 1. Maybe it would have been a stage 2, maybe a stage 3. Who knows, right? But I'm grateful that we caught it now. And I'll bring you along on the journey as much as I can, as much as I feel like I'm up to it. I don't want to commit to like, oh, I'm going to record everything in the process. I'm going to tell you every step by step. I can't promise you that, because there are days where, I kid you not, I am pissed off and I'm angry and I'm mad and I'm upset. And then there are days where I'm like, I'm excited. Oh my God, I'm going to get new titties. Oh my God. And I don't have to pay for them. My insurance is going to pay for my new boobs because I'm going to get plastic surgery as well. So, the emotions are all over the place. So I will try to bring you on this journey. But if I don't bring you on this journey, and this is the only video, I thought it will be, but if this is the only video, then please go get yourself checked out. Do not get inducted into Beta Kappa Kappa. Do not be a sister of the Breast Cancer Club. If you can avoid it, avoid it. And for those of you that complain, oh, well, I don't have time to go to the doctor. Oh, well, it's too expensive to eat healthy. Well, let me tell you something. Make time, okay, and set aside finances for your health, because if you don't, and illness hits, you're going to be forced to make time for your illness. And you're going to be forced to set aside finances for your illness. Okay? I'll share it in another video, but I am waiting on a genetic test right now. And I'm grateful that it's being covered by insurance, but it's a specific genetic test that costs $4,000. $4,000. What the hell? Okay, why is it so expensive? What is that? That's the devil. That's the devil. So make time now. Okay? Eat right now. Do what you have to do now. Go to your appointments now. And if you happen to end up in the BCC and Beta Kappa Kappa with me, then we do this journey together. I love you guys. Keep me in your prayers. Keep my family in your prayers. God does not give us burdens that we cannot handle. And so I guess he has seen me fit and strong to take this on. Love you guys. Hope to see you on another one.